Hey everyone, Wim here from Per-Sonal. Here with a little tutorial on how to use Polynator with the Syntakt. Um, so maybe first of all, what is Polynator? Polynator is an application that allows you to play the Syntakt, Digitakt, TR8S, TR6S as a polyphonic synth. How does it do it? Well, it's an application that runs on Mac, Windows, iOS, and even on Raspberry Pi, so Linux. So so you can take it everywhere you want to, if you want. How is it connected? Well, the Syntakt here is connected through USB to my Mac. So the application is running on my Mac at the moment. So let's maybe just dive into setup to show you this. In setup, we have our MIDI inputs and outputs. Here you can see I have the KeyStep 32 setup. Arduino Leonardo is the name of this little bad boy. It's an 8 dial MIDI device that's custom made in Finland. I will link in the description to it. And the MIDI output is, of course, the Electron Syntakt. So that is actually the basic setup. What are the sections here? So here we have the different modes: mono, poly, sequencer, one-note chord modes. Sequencer is more for the Roland samplers, so we will not be covering this today. We have some scales, chromatic, Lydian, the whole, you know them, the whole lot. You can set also one-note chords or other scales into major, minor, major seventh, etc. What do you have here? The track selection. This is for mono mode. We can set velocity ranges, so you can have like a velocity from 15 to 45 if you want to. Let's keep it standard. The pitch bend, how far the pitch bend should reach. The number of voices, very important, of course, in poly mode. Where the voice should start. This will become all obvious when we show it. Mod CC value is set to 74 now. What does 74 mean? What do all these numbers here mean? 74, 75. So if you go to the manual of your device, Syntakt or Digitakt, you will find in the MIDI section the MIDI CC values. So 74 means cutoff filter for the Syntakt and Digitakt. 75 means resonance, volume is 7, etc. And then you can also customize what MIDI channel the application should be listening for. 0 means everything, all the MIDI channels. So let's keep it that way for the moment. What are the sections here? These are the multi-channel parameters. So this just means that this will change the parameters per channel. So you see they don't change anymore. So here you have your 16 channels, if you have 16 channels, of course, on your device, and you can set which one should be activated. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 in this case. Same for the resonance volume. You can set them to listen to what channel you want. Okay, so what is this weird section? We created this more for the Roland samplers because they don't have the same MIDI CC values per track. They just have a bunch of MIDI CC values for the whole device. But if you really want to go crazy, you can set different parameters per track. So for example, this thins out the kick and adds delay to it as you go up on channel 1. So you can do all kinds of crazy stuff with it. This section are the extra LFOs. We have 4 of them, but also multi-channel. So if you activate the LFOs, you can see them. You can see them cross-channel yeah, altering the cutoff filter here because it's also set to 74. And you can also sync it to the clock. You can select the clock here from which device you want. You can see the clock here, 126.2, and the clock is set to 126.2 also on the Syntakt, so it just follows the clock. So if you press play, you will see the clock syncing the LFO. So you can choose the different kind of values here, and it will be in sync. Okay, so what do you have more? If you go into settings in the bottom, you can see we can set more parameters. Active tracks means maybe you just want to exclude some tracks from the app, altering them. You can have the MIDI channels correspond to maybe your custom setup on the device. These are the track CC values. These are used for aftertouch and the mod wheel. So at the moment I've set them to the resonance. So if you use aftertouch, this will alter the resonance. And these two are just for the tier 8S and the 6S. So you can enable or disable aftertouch here. Okay, now let's start with mono mode. Let's select track 8, for example. What can we do with it? We can just play it, or we can use an arpeggiator from our device, for example. So here you can choose whatever track you want. And the arpeggiator will run, or you can just play it. In poly mode, we have set up 3 voices. In this example, we will use 3 voices, but you can set them up to 8 voices, for example. This is important. Where should a voice start? So the advantage of Polynator is actually that you can dedicate 3 or more channels that you want on your device, and you can still use the rest for percussion. So in this example, we're using 3 voices, starting from voice 9, 10, 11. So you just select the same tune or synth or sample, whatever you want, on these channels. On the Digitakt, you can select, for example, single cycle oscillators, and it will work marvelously. So yeah, now you can just play. Glorious polychords. Then you can alter the multi-channel effects here. Or as we have shown, you can do this also with the aftertouch. So now I'm pressing down the keys for the aftertouch, and they alter the resonance. And with the mouse, I'm moving the cutoff filter here, as you can see. So you can do some really expressive playing with it. But maybe you say, I don't want to use the mouse. No problem. You can MIDI map all of these buttons you see here. So let's map the volume and the cutoff, for example, here. So you can just use MIDI buttons, hardware buttons, I mean. Multi-channel volume. So yeah, you could basically also use this as a mixer then for your whole device if you wanted to. So yeah, let's dive into the LFOs again. You can set the depth here. the rate. All multi-channel, of course, and here the offset, yeah, more at the beginning or the end of the cycle. In a very yeah, easy way, also completely MIDI mappable. So okay, let's go to one-note chord modes. Also, yeah, very obvious, of course. So you can set them up however you want, so you can just do one-note chord modes across the channels. Let's go back to minor, because we have a house pattern going on. So yeah, you can yeah, really turn your device into a polyphonic synth. Play along with the other tracks and yeah, add the extra LFOs, do the multi-channel parameters. So yeah, I think it can really bring your sampler or Syntakt or TRS or whatever to life if you use it. So let me know in the comments what you think of it, how you use it, or which features you would like to see in it. Have a great day. Bye.